Guys, welcome back. It's Jace. And for this week, we're doing New Year's resolutions, which I normally don't do because I'm not gonna change. I'm always going to be the lovable little butthead that everyone knows. And they either hate me or they love me. Either one. Anyways, today's Christmas, so I'm hoping that I don't get interrupted while making this video. But anyways, number one for my goal of next year is to be cleaner. Okay, you can see the back of my bed here is a little bit cluttered. My dresser is a little bit cluttered. My entire room is a little bit cluttered. So I want to be clean next year. I don't want to have to be constantly spending hours on cleaning and organizing my room. So there's number one. Number two, is to eat healthier. Now, I'm not overweight. Well, if I go by the BMI thing or whatever it's called, I'm slightly overweight, but some of that is just like muscle mass. But I eat really unhealthy, and I just need to not do that and kind of like exercise more, which could technically be a third one, but I'm keeping it as number two. Just eat better, get more exercise, just be healthier. Okay? Number three is going to be really, really hard for me because, I've always been very pessimistic, but I want 2020 to be my year. Okay? I want to be happier. I want to not push away my friends just because I'm in a bad mood, or just stuff like that, because the past few years have been kind of rough. I'd say like the past 4 years, 5 years, something like that, have just been kind of hard for me. And one of those things was from losing my best friend to suicide 3 years ago, which really took, it had a huge effect on me. And, then, certain family members passing away, finding out that my dog has cancer, which was this year, and then just, picking fights because I feel like I need to. And it's almost because it's like, I don't want to say that I'm attention seeking, but it's more like, I don't know how to describe it. When you're feeling upset most of the time, you kind of need that adrenaline rush to try and make yourself feel better. So, while I was at school or whatever, I wouldn't necessarily pick fights. I wouldn't bully people, but I would get overly hyped up about the smallest of situations, and kind of overreact because I wanted that risk of, getting in trouble for being mouthy or not doing what I was told or whatever, because it was exciting in a bad way. And so I was trying to help myself, but by making bad decisions. And I don't want to do that anymore. I want to turn myself around and not, I don't want to lash out at people anymore. And that's been one thing that has been the hardest for me this year. And, like, constantly pushing people away. Because, like, this is gonna be, like, a very, very open, honest video. And so, like, Kimmy, no offense. I absolutely love you. You're like my big sister. But there have been times I've been in a bad mood and you'll, like, text me or call me, and in my head I've said some really rude things. I'll be like, oh, shut the fuck up. Pardon my language, but I'll just be like, shut the heck up, Kimmy. I don't want to talk right now. Which in a way is understandable because I'm in a bad mood, but I don't need to lash out like that. And I don't want to do that anymore. Now, I'm not exactly sure how I'm going to achieve not lashing out and being rude, but I'm going to make it happen. I'm going to. Somehow. Magically. But, like, even with, like, the entire group, there's times I don't know, not necessarily with the group, but I just get annoyed easily, and I've been very easy to agitate. And so it's like, I don't know. I just kind of hate the way I act now. And, like, there's other things that I do that I need to not do, and I will probably need help fixing. I'm not gonna talk about it. Kimmy knows, but it's personal, and it will eventually it'll take a really good turn and I'll stop doing this thing that I'm doing, well, things that I'm doing, or it'll take a turn for the worst. But I'm going to try and not let that happen. Okay? I didn't mean for this video to kind of get all, like, deep and dark and stuff into my head, but I don't know, in a way it's kind of nice just getting all of my thoughts out of my head, but to where, like, literally anybody can find it. Which is also a little scary because there's a lot of rude people, but for now I've got quite a good support group. You know, I've got Kimmy, I've got Haley, I've got James, and they're all family. You know, that's why our channel is our online family. None of us have met in real life, but we all love each other like family. You know? Kimmy and Haley are like my sisters, and then James, I don't know, man, but I love you. Okay? I would say brother, but, like, that would be weird if you were dating Kimmy, because that would make her your sister too. And we don't want that. That's not something we want. Oh well, I can call you my brother. You know, none of us are actually related, so it doesn't matter. Does it? No. Anyways, with the third resolution comes a fourth one, which is getting my homework done. I have a very bad habit of not doing my schoolwork, and I need to do it so that I can pass and get my high school diploma, and then get a job, and then move to Utah with Haley for at least a little while. I don't know if that would become like a permanent home for me, or if it would just be like a place for me to get away from my parents and kind of just away from here. Like, don't get me wrong, here in Washington, it's beautiful, it's gorgeous, especially Eastern Washington. There's a lot of, there's a lot of heavily forested areas, there's lakes, there's rivers, mountains. It's really, really pretty. But I need a change. And, like, I've been to Salt Lake City, kind of. I've been to the airport. I haven't, like, explored Salt Lake City. But I've flown over it. And it's okay. It's not the best. But I know that there's some really cool places in Utah that are kind of forested. But even then, it would still be something new, which is something that I kind of need. I need a change. So, still don't know if it would become like a permanent thing, because I do want to eventually move all the way to Sweden. Well, Sweden or Norway. I'm not exactly sure which one I want yet. I know more about Sweden than I do than Norway, but there's just certain things in Sweden that I'm like, I don't really like that. Like how high property taxes are. Or, well, really how high everything is taxed there. Like, yes, I know it goes for a good cause, but it's a very high tax. So, and I don't know how anything works in Norway. I just think that it would be a cool place to live. It's cold in the winter, and there's snow, and there's cool people that are there, and a cool culture. So it's like, not exactly sure which one, but I want to get out of the United States. And who knows? I'll go visit each place before I move there. And who knows? Maybe I will find out that I don't like it there and decide to just keep living with Haley. You never know. I don't know how my life is going to play out. I don't really have much for plans except for the line of work that I'm going in, which is actually 4 different things, which I'm not going to get into because this video is already... You know what? No. Heck with that. Haley's done 20-minute videos. I can do a 20-minute video if I choose. But I want to play guitar. I actually have my guitar here just laying on the bed because I changed the strings. They're all nice and bright and colorful. I got it tuned. I have no idea if you can hear that, but anyways, I want to be a musician, which is kind of another thing, a 5th thing on my New Year's resolution list. I need to get off my lazy bum and actually do things. And, like, start practicing guitar again, start writing songs again. Stuff like that. I need to actually do it instead of saying that I'm gonna do it and then not do it. I want to go into photography as well, which is really nice, because my mom just got me a new Nikon camera for Christmas, which is a huge improvement from what I've got. And then I want to be a writer and an artist, which I can actually do on the new iPad that I got, too. I've already been doing some digital art on there. I would show you, but my iPad is turned off, and I don't want to wait for it to turn on and then show you guys, but maybe in one of my next videos I'll do that if I have the time. So I wanted to be able to do those 4 things, and the reason why I wanted an iPad to do that with is because if I actually succeed in the music industry, while I'm in my van or whatever, well, not necessarily my van, but a van or even a tour bus, if I blow up and get super big and can afford a tour bus, I can just be sitting there in my bunk with my iPad and draw and whatever, and it takes up less space than a laptop. Because I could use a laptop too, but, you need a cord to charge it constantly because laptop batteries don't last very long. And then I would need to pack my tracking tablet and all of this stuff, and it would just, why pack all of that stuff if I can just have it in one 10-inch screened tablet, that's super thin and super easy to handle and could just slip into a backpack or whatever. It made more sense to me to have it that way. But I didn't even ask for that for Christmas. It was a very last minute thing that my mom grabbed, I think, because I was talking to her about it, and I'm like, you know what? I'm ambitious. I want to have 4 jobs at once instead of just one. Writing, being an artist, musician, and a photographer. And I didn't expect for her to get me an iPad and a camera. Because, I had asked for 2 books, a thing of guitar strings, which I got. My mom actually got the wrong ones twice, which wasn't on purpose, because she originally bought the neon green ones, which would look cool, but it's already a green guitar. Not sponsored by Dr. Strings. Then they didn't have the neon pink ones, which you're probably looking at me and going, neon pink? What? But come on. On this color of a green guitar, neon pink strings would look awesome. It would look like that, basically, because this is pink. It would look like a watermelon. I would have a watermelon guitar. And you can't tell me that that's not cool. And so then she just got the multicolored ones. Which so far, these were the only things, and the books, that were actually on my Christmas list that I got, that I know of. I still have a Christmas dinner and stuff, and with grandparents, so I'll be getting even more gifts. But I'd asked for 2 shirts and a hat, and then my mom goes out and buys me a camera and an iPad. I'm like, come on, that's great. I love you, Mom. Anyways, this video got way entirely too long, so I'll see you next week. Stay metal and happy holidays. Bye bye.